even just at the beginning of top 8 has just been much more fun to me as a caster than like the top 4 block, when it's like, okay, all these guys always make it up here. So yeah, this is probably one of the most fun parts of the tournament, to see who's actually going to get that chance to even get to the top 8, or and where we start to see some upsets, as you said. So we got Wave God, Sarme stepping up. Should be a pretty good match for Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved spending several minutes talking about these players, but they don't want us to talk about them. They want to show us what they're about instead. We're already moving into it. 30 seconds into the game, and Wave God has already set up for a pretty nice off-stage combo there, keeping the stage control as well.
Yeah, good for Sarme, though, for not like panicking. He definitely thought he was going to potentially lose all of his resources out there, but he still had enough to get back to the stage, keep this fight going. Wave God, though, pretty hot start. Wasn't able to turn that into a full-on KO. Might be able to do it here. Nice.
GC and Light, very nice option. Tries to go down for the dare as well, but Sarme able to get around that. Second follow-up isn't gonna connect either. So Wave God is now trying to find this confirm. He will get it with a Sair.
Yeah, Wave God really having to like go the distance to get the stock off Sarme. Seems like he's
oh, what is that GC sidelight? Okay, Wave God kind of cooking with those Katars.
I like the idea right there from Sarme, just in case he was a little too close to the edge. Also kind of like a safe landing to kind of go dip in, under the ledge again. But either way, still hasn't been able to find the stock. Oh, the neutral thing. Gotta go.
And that's 3 stocks to 1. Wave God clinging to these Katars right now. Sarme trying to pick up that weapon. Wave God trying to go for a weapon guard instead of a weapon starve here. Very successful in doing so. Able to get Sarme down into orange. Not able to get a GC punish there. Sarme might be able to find the knockout.
Okay, Wave God. Nice little neutral layer. Yeah, Sarme is truly struggling to do anything right now in this first game. Okay, the double weapon toss from both of them. Like the idea of going for the down air, you know, trying to see if he was going to go a little further away from the stage. That's going to be enough finally. GCD Light. Taking quite a bit of time, though, to get the stock off of Sarme. And I think because of that, you know, Sarme might have to start just looking toward that second game.
Yeah, definitely having their mind in the second game at this point. But being able to take off 1 stock, very important for your mental, of course. Sarme is not letting this go without a fight, though. Still gonna stay competitive here as he's clinging onto the bow. Wave God trying to find any confirm. Just kind of throwing out aerials now until he finds that opportunity to go for a D-Light combo.
Ooh. Okay. Nice. All right, my man right now. So Sarme, he's definitely, you know, holding on by a thread, but he is at the very least trying to threaten some damage here onto the second stock. Threaten a little bit of a comeback, but he is truly living on borrowed time. Next hit, that's, you know, next hit after this should be able to do it. Man, it's just a weapon toss, actually. Okay, that was great coverage.
The double weapon toss, dude.
Yeah,
that was great coverage. All right. I mean, now maybe potentially, it was a fairly action-packed game. We didn't get, as mentioned, we didn't get much of a chance to talk about these players, considering they started very quickly. Now we might get a little bit of a second. So Sarme and Wave God. I mean, we already saw one game. We're seeing the replays right now. We got Wave God, very confident Asuri player. And actually, I want to say Sarme would probably stick to the Koji, but I'm seeing a little bit of a sneak peek of him potentially being knocked in on the Asuri right now as well.
Okay. So Asuri, I mean, I feel like Asuri is really starting to show back up here, definitely in EU. Is that a fair assessment? I feel like that was not, they weren't as popular, I'd say, about a year ago, but I'm starting to see a lot more Asuri just lately. Is that like just the new flavor of the month?
Yeah, well, you know, you have some Asuri. I believe that they mentioned earlier on main stage that Wave God is actually the only Qatar main in top 32 right now in EU. He is like the Qatar player to look out for in the EU side of things. Sarme is swapping over to the Asuri. Honestly, very, very surprising.
Okay. All right, we'll see if this works out. You know, maybe the Asuri Hive is coming up, but wow, he brought him down and said, actually, it's not over yet. Let's get this combo going. Brought him back to the stage. What a homie, bro.
Yeah, some nice anti-air from Sarme, but Wave God takes it back. So far, both of them just kind of fighting for that stage control and taking terms with anti-airing. Neither one of these players, I mean, we're not really seeing any on-stage neutral-heavy gameplay. Someone is in the air, someone is off-stage. There's always someone with a lot of pressure on them.
Absolutely. Okay. All right, nice little wait right there from Sarme. Bait out that GC neutral, right? But Got two up air or two neutral air sports, so nothing crazy happening. But he ends up getting this stock. What looked like WaveGod was really in control. That actually was just kind of like a big scramble the whole time. That WaveGod sometimes started, so therefore it looked like he was in control. But Sarme ended up getting that first stock.
Yeah, Sarme doing a lot better now here in the second game. Trying to get back now as WaveGod does not go for the edge guard, but instead tries to pick up those Qatars. Let's see if he can make good use of them. He throws them away fairly quickly to get a confirm with the GC sideline, but it doesn't work. No option, Sarme with the absolute full send off stage, just robbing him of that second stock much earlier than it should have went.
Yeah, that was very good right here from Sarme. You know, we said we had one Qatar player, but Sarme looking like actually go ahead and count me a Qatar player side too, because he is going crazy on these Qatars right now. Okay, good pickup right there from Asuri. We've actually been seeing that read a lot of people going into down air and then turning around their SIG. We saw that yesterday too from Southeast Asia, so that's been nice to see, you know, that type of read coming out.
For sure, and yet again, I mean, we have a full stock lead on the board. WaveGod is still fighting tooth and nail. Sarme, just at this point, you know, maybe dialing the gameplay back down a little bit, not going for any massive commitments as he's trying to stick to the stage here and get a couple of easy combos, just to try and get WaveGod to that HP where he can finally get a knockout, as he's gonna pick up the sword next, I believe. The unarmed might do it even.
Oh. Okay. Alright, Sarme. Looking very close. Okay, managed to get under that. Good stuff right there from Sarme, and just needed to finish off the game real quick and real easy with the D-Light ground pound. Good turnaround here. I mean, the swap to Asuri definitely worked.
1-1. Yeah, I mean, that was completely different. Judging by the first game, you would think... I mean, I was honestly thinking, please don't let this be a 3-0, right? WaveGod was playing incredibly well. Sarme was really struggling on the Koji. And yeah, just changing that bow for a pair of Qatars, as you mentioned, maybe Asuri is starting to become trendy.
3, 2, 1.
Okay. David Allen yet again. That stage will be forever popular. But yeah, I mean, that was another thing we also talked about too yesterday in the Flambeau. We were talking about how, like, I understand why this stage is popular, because a lot of the times when I'm playing Brawlhalla myself, like, I want to play on a stage that does not have like platforms, or at the very least just one. And this stage is definitely, there's mad space for you to work with. It is very good for like off-stage edge guarding because the wall is small. So yeah, it's a very cool, very popular stage for a good reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost always a good stage for both players. The only time you really wouldn't want to pick Demon Island is if you're fighting Rayman or Val. And I mean, at that point also, you know, maybe you'll have some problems with Asuri, Qatar, and Sig, but you're both playing Asuri, so you'll do fine. So far, WaveGod doing just a little bit more than fine. He's able to pick up the first stock, gonna stick to the sword as well. Sarme picked up that second game. As we mentioned, it's been back and forth so far. So if WaveGod is able to keep this lead, then it looks like it's gonna continue in a back and forth fashion. He's able to get a pretty nice damage add-on as well.
Yeah, I like that. You know, going for that read, and it's been working out. Hitting the neutral light into the Insig right at the beginning, because people are trying to dodge away from you. So again, getting a good catch off that and getting a lot of extra damage too. But as of right now, Sarme really just struggling to find the stock. Managed to get it right there with the Sayer. Good stuff. And didn't take a crazy amount of damage. Just about to hit that orange. Or, yeah, about to hit that orange.
Sarme just messing up to pick up the weapon for the weapon starve, giving WaveGod the Qatars, immediately leaving him disarmed for just a moment. Right now, WaveGod able to take great use of that. He's been winning, like, I think he's won 3 neutral encounters against Sarme since then, which on Qatars is about 73 attacks.
Okay. Sending him to the other side. WaveGod. Big chilling right now on the stage, and it's like this working out. He has they have slowed it down a little bit, started playing some more neutral.
Oh yeah.
But that's only because, yeah, WaveGod doesn't want to like give up too much space for being overzealous about getting the stock. He can definitely whittle his way down into finding the stock off of Sarme. The high blast zone here at the top, not doing favors for WaveGod, but at least the blast zones at the side are a little closer, so might be able to still turn this to a stock pretty soon.
I mean, for what I'm seeing, both of these players, I'm not even sure if a slower pace of game or a fast pace of game, I don't think it really changes in who this is in favor of. Both of them are very good at playing explosively, and both of them, I mean, we're seeing some neutral right now that is looking fairly even as well. WaveGod is able to come out on top with that sword. So swapping over to the Qatars now for a damage lead.
Right. Sarme though. I mean, I don't know how this turned into this, because I mean, before we were definitely like running at each other. Like there was no, it was like straight up pedal to the metal, and now they are just, you know, they have actually delved down into what I like to call intense neutral.
Hey, it was just for a moment. Just for a moment. We're back. We're back. Able to connect that Qatars here, get him off stage, and oh man, WaveGod is starting to build up a full stock lead here. Sarme able to get a GC D-Light recovery in though. Can he get WaveGod down to the final stock? I mean, you get him down to final stock, you have Qatars on your side, you might be able to do something. The game is not over just yet. Gotta get that second stock off though.
Big chillin'. And I think honestly from Sarme's side, obviously I get it. You're down to your last stock. You're already in the red, and you want to try to survive and make yourself a little comeback here. So, but he's gonna have to go absolutely crazy. I was like, I feel like I would probably start with the Qatars for sure to try to get one good read and a lot of damage off that. Right, swaps out. Keep that weapon starve going. Oh no. Okay, wait. Oh, why would he dodge back? Why would you think he was going to dodge back? He wants the weapon. Oh man.
Qatars doing wonders right now, controlling the ground, but that signature, I mean, it's just gonna stop you right in your tracks.
Yeah, that was that game, it was crazy. There was definitely like just two gear shifts in that game where, you know, at the very beginning of it, they were scrapping, and then like just about halfway through, they were like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
let's slow this thing down. But it was a little too late for Sarme to be trying to look for that slowdown gameplay, and WaveGod does not seem unfamiliar with that with that gameplay either. So another swap going to Hattori. Okay,
1-2 here. Sarme deciding to swap Legend here off of a win over to the Hattori. I mean, was the sword working out better? I believe Sarme's Qatars were looking fine. I'm not sure why he would swap those out. The spear, I suppose he believes in it. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, I looked at the stats for a quick second on that screen. It said 269 on the Qatars and 171 on the sword. So definitely a little more surprised that he decided to go for the sword spear instead of the like Qatar spear. Is that even a thing? Am I doing that?
The Qatar spear? Oh, you can't
Yeah.
put me on the spot like this. I get
I'm
brain
so sorry.
lag. Dude, I play Bryn. I ask my friends sometimes, is there spear axe? Qatar spear is Queen Eye. Queen Eye.
Okay, yeah. All right, well then,
Yeah.
understandably so, why you might not try to pull up the Queen Eye.
Yeah, I mean, there might be some reasons for that. Sarme, all the Hattori, great stats according to me so far, making great use of that speed. Potentially, that's why he swapped over. I mean, we were getting a lot more footsies. You're on a base 8-speed Legend here.
Oh yeah, also, yeah, we definitely need a score fix. It is 2-1 WaveGod as far, right? Am I tripping? Yeah, it's 2-1 WaveGod.
Look, dude, there's a reason I hesitated the first time I called it out, but these games, they're so back and forth. It could be 2-1, it could be 1-2, either way.
Okay. Well, yeah. No, I'm an executive decision say. I'm pretty sure WaveGod is up 2-1. Sarme is the one that swapped off of the his story because he lost again. So yeah. Anyway, we're all good. We'll get it fixed at some point in time. But as of right now, it has been it might be like a 2-2 situation if Sarme once again continues to swap characters and like really like pops off with that character too.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, he's making sure that WaveGod has to stay on his toes. I mean, he has a new weapon that he has to try and figure out how to beat on Sarme's playstyle every single match here. Trying to go for a really nice commitment with the spear there. Second time around, it is going to connect as well. WaveGod throwing out a dare of his own, and that's actually going to be the stock, just robbing him of the options there.
I definitely want to see the stats after this game on how like effective this spear's been, or is it just really like he's been able to play swords with different stats that's really up, or that's really like helping him out. Hattori though, like yeah, I just really like Hattori as a pick in general. I think sword's in a good spot. I think spear has almost never been bad. Sometimes more of a safer weapon, but it is like never been bad. So you definitely have like a good kit. You're a popular character. You have really good sigs. So unfortunately though, he is starting to get kind of kind of beat up on, but he does already have enough damage here onto Wave God to start threatening the stock.
We did see earlier as well another idea of playing Hattori. I mean, you have Spear there offstage. Katars has no answer to Spear there offstage, really. Not exactly Sair either. I mean, that's gonna completely outrange, and it is going to be the move to find the knockout. As we're moving now into Game 5, I see the players getting ready, so I can only assume that indeed the scoreboard was incorrect, or they are running a best out of 7. I think the earlier option is more likely.
I mean, we can emergency best of 7 if that's really what we need to see. Like. All right, Hattori and Asuri going at it again. Now this is obviously Sarme has been doing good on the Hattori. It looks like looking at the stats, he didn't use the spear as much. It was like 3 something on the sword and then like 128 on the spear. So it does seem as though like even though he did swap up, maybe he just needed a change of scenery, change of SIGs, and that's really what's been working out for him.
All right, and we are getting not only a change of SIGs, we're getting a change of scenery going over to the Western Air Temple here. So far, I mean, I want to reminisce back to the game that we just saw. Sarme popped off at the very, very beginning, and now Wave God, it's already looking like a closer game.
Yeah. All right. I mean, moving one more time. Good pickup right there from Sarme. Sarme's keeping him sky high as well. He's going to swap over here to the spear.
Ooh, GC side signature not going to be hitting Wave God. We saw it on the sword for just a moment. Sarme's anti-air on the sword has been insane on all of these different legends that he has been playing so far, because sword has been the only recurring theme in his gameplay.
Yeah, I don't think he's got a single hit here. Okay, I was gonna say on the spear until that jab. So he's finally starting to get some spear damage. But he is truly looking for this side stig and a way to end the stock. But I feel like because he's had the spear in his hand so long, he's not really been doing much with it. It really has become a detriment to his gameplay. Trying to chase him all the way to the top. I like that usage of the weapon toss to go ahead and get back
Super
down
nice.
safely.
No options, no jumps, no recovery, no dodge. Use the weapon throw, catches him as well, and it's going to eventually lead to the knockout. Wave God sticking to the Katars here. Game 5, only one player can come out on top, and Wave God has himself a lead. But yet again, I mean, the set has been back and forth. How else would we finish the Game 5 other than back and forth? Sarme is immediately going to grab that knockout with Wave God not being able to land a hit.
Okay. Up to the top, 1 second. Nice. Okay, damage being added up right here from Wave God yet again. Good pick up here.
The weapon throw.
One more time. Yep.
GC and Light to try and break in there. A lot of recoveries working out for Wave God right now. Definitely starting to see something that's working against him. Sarme trying to get back up. I mean, Sarme is really afraid of going up against Wave God's edge guarding, but Wave God just isn't really edge guarding him a lot.
Wave God big chilling right now. I mean, both of them kind of big chilling, but yeah, Sarme has been more so on the neutral side yet again. Looks like Wave God finally finds his way back in there, starting to get some reads here on the Katars. But you kind of have to do. Katars a very big weapon on getting that dodge read and then getting maximum damage after.
Or the GC. The GC as well. Deal that into recovery, you got no dodge. That's going to be a confirm. Wave God now with a significant, I want to say significant, but Sarme can make anything happen. You see him immediately try and go for a D-Light pickup combo off of the weapon spawn, but Wave God is able to pick up the first string. Sarme has to be really careful about his dodges right now.
Okay. Sarme trying to get back onto the stage. That didn't work out for him, but he has not been able to add like any damage as of late. Wave God now starting to really pull away with his lead.
Yeah, Sarme potentially lacking some confidence here as Wave God is getting away with a lot right now, and Sarme having some difficulties breaking into that neutral bubble. Wave God playing very patiently as well. I mean, you got this massive lead, you don't need to go fancy. We said it before. Go in, throw out a couple of Katar nairs, switch it up with an end light as well. Weapon throw in.
Ooh. Wow. Okay, yeah. Finally makes his way back, or tries to get himself back to the stage, but just a little too far away. Gonna drip to his demise. Finally makes a way into this lead though. Is Sarme. Sarme now putting him on the same stock, but doesn't matter. We're so late in his stock. He may not even get a chance to start playing the game on this stock. Good weapon start coming out here from Wave God.
Only really one more true combo left to go. Tries to go for the recovery off the top. Sarme is going to slither out of the way. Swapping over to that sword. Trying to patrol the ground. Oh, Say recovery. Sarme gets him into the air, but he's able to touch down. No, actually he's not. He gets anti-air again. We said it before. Sarme's anti-air. He's not able to land yet again. Endlight catches him down to orange now. Waveguard has not been able to pick it up, but now D-Light recovery off the left side, and that's going to be game. Waveguard is advancing into top 8.
Yeah, that was it was getting a little scary though, for sure. Like it looked like for a quick second, we were about to have a moment where Wave God like just was going to lose the game because he could not get back down. Unfortunately, though, he does find his way back down.